man. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. This is just a informational video about my channel. So, of course, you are now tuned into International Traveler. I started this channel to document my journey, and I wanted other people to see what the world looks like. Because unfortunately, a lot of my people I personally know have never been outside of the United States. And the world is a big place, and there's many things to see in it. And I would like to show them what they're missing. I mean, I have close friends of mine who are now seeking to get their passport, just seeing a little bit about my journey, seeing what I've been able to accomplish on my journey. And I hope to take all of you on that journey and encourage everyone, men and women, to get their passports, because the truth of the matter is the U.S. is falling off, and the culture is already, in a bad place. I'll just put it that way. And I think that we, especially when I say we, I think that we as Black people need to see different things than the U.S. Most of us have been trapped here since slavery and have not stepped foot outside of the U.S. So all we have known is the land of our captivity. And so I just want to encourage everybody to get their passport. Go to Africa. Go to South America. Go wherever you want to go. If you want to go to Europe, go to Europe. I have no interest in going to Europe. Not saying anything about the European people, but I just have no interest to go towards the colder climate areas. I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure there's a lot to see, but I deal with enough cold here in the U.S. So I'm trying to go to the warmer climates, So get your passport, just travel, see the world, experience different cultures. And it's not all about dating, but I will say there are benefits to meeting people outside of the U.S. Now, from what I've learned from traveling to, Latin countries, it's a little different when a woman is dating a man than a man dating a woman. So me as a man going to a foreign country, like the Dominican Republic, there are different societal expectations. So in Dominican Republic, a lot of the women kind of been raised to play a role. In the U.S., things is all over the place. You got, women who are CEOs. You got women who are, millionaires from running their own business. And they've been single moms and running their homes and their families. So you have that kind of dynamic here in the U.S. In, foreign country, what some people say third world country, but I'll just say underdeveloped country. And they are underdeveloped because of colonialism and, a lot of different things that we don't see on the surface level. But if you do some research, you'll understand why some of these countries are struggling. It's because they have been getting taken advantage of. So I'm not going to fault the country because, they've been getting a bad deal. But some of the leaders have been corrupt and have been participating in these bad deals. But what I will say is that, women from a lot of these countries, are in traditional roles. And I know that's a trigger word for some people in the West, traditional roles, but some places in the world still believe in traditional roles. Women being more agreeable. I won't say the S word, but women being more agreeable, being more nurturing, taking care of the home, taking care of the family, and the men going out working, hard, bringing home the money to be able to run the home. And so you can't hate on people who are still in traditional roles. You might look at that as being slavery. A lot of women in the West look at that as being slavery. But other women don't look at it that way. Some people enjoy their traditional roles. And I know that you might disagree with that, but hey, they are not you and you are not them. They're not seeking what you're seeking. And you're not seeking what they're seeking. And that's another problem I have with the West, is that everybody thinks that their way of thinking is right. And that if you don't do things my way, then forget you, or I'm done with you, or you're a slave, or you're inferior. If you don't think like me, you're inferior to me. If you don't think like me, then you don't know no better. You're naive. So a lot of women are insulting women in other countries because they don't think like them. They say they care about these women and they don't want these women to be oppressed, but then they become the oppressor and start bashing women for doing things that they want to do. We all have freedom in this world. Well, quote unquote freedom in this world. But everybody is free to make their decision, whether they want to be a CEO or whether they want to be a housewife. Allow them to do that. Allow people to be who they want to be. You do what you want to do. Do you. Let them do them. So you will find more traditional women in these underdeveloped countries. They respect their role. They love their role. But you will have, women in those countries who are seeking to be business owners and CEOs as well. So you have that there too. You just don't have a lot of it. You might have 30% of the women population who are seeking to be bosses. In America, you have like 80%, maybe even higher, percent of the population of women want to be bosses. They call themselves bosses. They call themselves, boss bees. So if you're into that, you have a lot of men who are talking about other men who are traveling abroad too, saying that they're weak and that they ain't got no game. They can't get no women here. What is you talking about? How you know what these men have done? Why you don't worry about what these men have done? Now I know a lot of you men hating on other men for traveling abroad, finding a wife, finding a life, doing whatever they do. I know a lot of you were raised by single mothers, and I know you have more feminine characteristics, and that's why you're in another man's business. Because a real man is not worried about what the next man is doing. He's not gossiping, online name calling. That's what women do. Women do that kind of stuff. Now you think that these men are soft. It's you. You're soft. Because men ain't in other men's business. That's something you learn from your mother. That's something that feminism put in you. I ain't got no hate towards you. You shouldn't have no hate towards me. Matter of fact, you should be building with brothers instead of trying to tear down brothers. We're all different. We all choose different things. If you want to be here and deal with whatever goes on here, do that. And allow other men to do what they want to do. We're not slaves anymore. I don't have to be here in the U.S. I'm free. And I'm exercising my freedom. Respect that. Or keep being like a woman, talking about men and what they doing. All right? You can join the club with the ladies. Go over there with the ladies bash the men who go out overseas. Go ahead, join the women, because that's what you acting like, a woman. So enough said about that. But my journey, I go from my wedding, and then I go backwards to how I met my wife. And the first time I met her, the first time I came to the country. Actually, it's not the first time I came to Dominican Republic, but it's the first time I came to Dominican Republic to meet my now wife. So I want you to rock with me on this journey, stick with me. Haters, hey, stick with me too, because possibly I could get you to stop hating and see my side of things, to see the world from my eyes. Because I don't hate you. I love you. I love all my people. I love black women. I love black men. That's real talk. I love y'all. I want the best for y'all. But I am going to point out the errors. I am going to point out the contradictions. I am going to point out the bad mindset that you have that we need to get out of. America has done a job on us as a people. And we need to figure out our own way. And sometimes to figure out your own way, you got to leave the place that put you in that position. Some people might want to fight it out here. That's cool. I'm here too. I got a business here. I got family here. I got people I love here, friends here, all of that. U.S. is where I'm from. But it's not where my ancestors is from. And I'm into that. I'm into figuring out where my ancestors are from. I'm into that. I love my ancestors. My ancestors were powerful. That's why I'm here today. That's why I'm one of the ones who made it. You're one of the ones who made it. I respect them. And would they want to stay here? Would our ancestors want to stay here if they had the choice? I don't think so. And so there's a lot of things going on in the U.S. The economy of the U.S. is collapsing. I know we all talking about dating and whatnot, and yeah, these men is weak, whatever. Bro, the U.S. is collapsing. The world stage is being set up for the next superpower. And it looks like it's China. So while you are here talking about men should not be going abroad, I believe that those men are going to be the ones that make it. Those women are going to be the ones that make it. While you stay here in the U.S. and go down with the Titanic, my hat's off to you. Do you, bro. Do you, sis. I ain't even mad at you. But if you're smart, you wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. The U.S. basket. Get your passport. Just see. Try it and see. Before you even say anything, just take a trip. Try it and see. Now, women, when you go abroad, I would suggest that you go with other people. Don't go by yourself. I mean, it's dangerous. All of the world has not been civilized. You enjoy privileges that the men have fought hard for in this country. My father fought hard for this country. So you're enjoying safety, even though it's a little shady in the U.S. too. You're not that safe in the U.S., but you're even less safe in a lot of these developing countries. And then you can't go to these developing countries with the attitude that you have here. Being mean to people, not smiling, just going up to people, being in their face, aggressive. Nah. In these other countries, you will get your head knocked out. A man will knock your head off in these other countries. And that's just my warning to you. Sisters, I love you. Just try to respect other cultures when you travel abroad. Try to respect other people. The world is not yours. I know in America, you believe the world is yours. You're a boss bee. You're a goddess. You're all of that. Okay. when you go to these other countries, they will show you that you are not. You can do that here in the US, but when you leave here, leave that here with you. So on that note, rock with me, travel with me, let's see the world, and I hope to see you on the other side of the world.
Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to International Traveler.